but the Barrie Event Center had a playoff feel to it tonight. Good evening, everyone. The scheduling gods knew exactly what they were doing when they put the Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan schedules together in basketball this season. Both teams played their final games of the regular season against each other this evening. Kim Cameron and Lady Huskies found themselves down 36-20 at the half. Second half action, Northern clicking on all cylinders. Alyssa Kola hits the runner in the lane. She finished with a game-high 25 points. Then the Huskies started to make a run. Paige Albee in the lane, stutter step, turns, fires, and she knocks it down. Her team, though, still down 12. Mackenzie Pertu a little later found some real estate outside for three. Bottoms up for Miss Pertu, and just like that, Tech down just 9. Timeout. NMU out of the timeout. Northern gets back on track. Lauren Gruber to Abby DeBruin on the far side wing for 2. Part of 21 for her in the ball game. That put the Cats back up by 11. Tech, though, didn't go away quietly. Pertu drives to the basket for the hoop, plus the harm or the basket and the foul, whatever you prefer. She finished with 11 points. Tech, though, would close the gap to within 6, but NMU wins it by 8 afterwards. Cats head coach Troy Madsen relieved his team, pulled out the W.
Coaching 30 years, man, I don't know if I've ever been this nervous. And I didn't tell the girls that, but I don't know if I've ever been this nervous for a game. It feels like, I'm sure I have been, but there was a lot of butterflies in me yesterday all the way through today because we had so much at stake.
We played a really good first half, I think. We came on the second a little off, a little slow, we weren't hitting shots. They got some rebounds, some drives. We stayed tough, though, the entire game. We knew that this was going to happen. We knew we were going to be down, or they were going to come back at least, but we just stuck together and came out on top.
Thought the second half we came out. I thought we went to Danny a lot, which I thought was effective. We pressed a little bit, which I thought was effective. We had a chance. We cut it to 6 points and missed 2 free throws. And you look for different turning points during the game, and I felt like that was one of them.
Both teams will host a game in the GLIAC tournament next week. NMU will be a number 2 seed, Tech a number 3 seed. Let's check out the highlights from the men's game. The lone NMU senior Michael Smith was honored before the game. Early first half action, the Cats in control of the rock. Terry Nash leaves it for Marcus Hall, who drains long 2 from the far side. Michigan Tech's Austin Armda was on fire again tonight, but what's new? He hits the mid-range jumper that tied the game up at 2. NMU had a response with the shot clock winding down. Terry Nash connects on the long jumper from the near side. He had 13 points to lead NMU as Bill Saul's team enjoyed a 2-point lead. Later in the half, Tech up by 3. Let's make it 6. Alex Cooley hits the triple. He finished 4 of 7 from downtown for 12 points. Austin Armga, number 1 in black and white and number 1 in your hearts. Little scores with 23 as he gets the hoop and the harm there. Tech wins it 69-56. The Huskies will host a GLIAC playoff game next Wednesday at the SDC. In other GLIAC hoops action, the Lake State women fell by 6 at Wayne State despite 21 points from April Lacrosse. The Lake State men also fell to the Warriors 82-78. The Laker men will be the number 1 seed in the men's GLIAC tournament. We stay on the hardwood in high school basketball. Negaunee played at Gwinn versus the Model Towners. First quarter, the home team came out fired up in this one. Justin Nyquist stripped of the ball, but he regains possession and scores off the glass and in to put Gwinn up by 2. Back the other way, Zane Radloff tips the ball out to Eric Laurie from the far side for 3. Nothing but nylon there for Laurie. That put Negaunee up by 1. Gwinn crashed the offensive glass early and often. Kyler Skinner long on the shot, but Justin Beauchamp was there to clean it up and score on the putback. And Mr. Beauchamp wasn't done quite yet. Here he works down low in the post for the basket plus the foul. A 3-point play for number 0. Gwinn nearly pulled out the upset in this one, but I said nearly. Negaunee wins it 44-42 thanks to an Eric Laurie 3-point shot. With 15 seconds left in the game, Laurie led all scorers with 19 points. On the boys' scoreboards, Calumet defeats Escanaba 49-44. We did not hear from Kingsford or North Dickinson. Menominee took care of neighboring Stevenson 78-42. No report tonight from Big Bay or Manistee. Republic Michigamme made the long and very cold trek to Dollar Bay worth it this evening as the Hawks defeated the Bays by double digits 52-32. Kearney NATO put up 77 points in a home win over Rapid River. And North Central had 5 players in double figures, led by Trevor Eckberg with 23, as the Jets win it 91-58 over Mid-Penn to complete the regular season undefeated. Wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs. From hoops to hockey we go. Marquette and Escanaba played in a Division II regional semifinal tonight at Esky. Second period, still a scoreless game. Alex Zerbel comes out of the corner with the puck. His shot would be squeezed and covered there by Eskimos goalie Nick Lemire. 4 minutes later, Escanaba on the attack. TJ Myrick has a couple of point-blank looks to the front of the net, but he's off the post, and Johnny Beckman kept the puck out of the net. In the third, Marquette's Brett Specker would pick off a pass, and he would score there to give the Redmen a 1-0 lead, a power play goal for Mr. Specker. 4 minutes later, the Eskimos looking for the equalizer. Myrick's backhand pass to Daniel Ritter was on the money. He beats Beckman on the far side. That tied the game at 1. This game needed not 1, but 2 overtime periods to determine the winner. And in double OT, Marquette wins it 2-1 to knock out Escanaba. Luke Schwemmen had the game winner